Good day. My name is Alan Palmer. I'm the investigator. Today I'm going to ask and answer the question: was Kobe Bryant's death the best thing to happen to the black community since emancipation? When I advertised this topic, a lot of people laughed. A lot of people thought that I was overdoing the good joke. I was taking it a little too far. But let us examine this from a realistic perspective, and you can let me know whether you think I'm taking this too far. Ever since the black man became intertwined with Western history, it has been a long, winding and tedious road for members of the black community. We started with 400 years of slavery. During this period of time, we see our women and our men were raped. It was torture every day, brutal murder of members of the black community, and no one was ever brought to justice. When slavery was abolished, then they had systems like the Jim Crow system in the United States and the apartheid system in South Africa, and other countries had their own little oppressive system that was responsible for keeping the black community suppressed, oppressed, and exploited. Organizations such as the Ku Klux Klan and other race-based organizations saw bloom within the United States and around the world. These organizations were specifically designed to terrorize, harass, and to ensure that members of the black community are always kept in fear and never prosper. The United States government even failed and refused to keep their promise of 10 acres and a mule to a community. We have seen incidents such as the Tuskegee experiment, which was conducted in 1932 right up to 1972, where black sharecroppers was injected with the syphilis virus and allowed great to suffer and die, just so that those scientists can see how such viruses will impact the human bodies. Yet through it all, the black community overcome, they strive, and they rose. They established many thriving communities within the United States, and each of these communities were destroyed through eminent domain, where the government acquired those black properties at market value for public interest and projects, such as putting on parks like Central Park in New York City. In 1921, the most thriving of the black community in the United States of America, which is referred to as Black Wall Street, which was located in Greenwood, Tulsa, Oklahoma, was literally bombed by the United States government and destroyed, because it seems like the black community and the white community cannot strive and coexist in this place. Is either one or the other. There was the institution of the Jim Crow law, which started in 1877 and went up to 1960, which fostered a spirit of segregation within the United States of America, where the Ku Klux Klan and other wealthy landholders and businessmen came together to ensure that the black community was always oppressed, exploited, and suppressed. As recent as 1985, we see the United States government, through its President Ronald Reagan, put millions of dollars of crack cocaine into the black community, destroying those black community, destroying the hard work that the black leaders have put into the development of the black community for over a century. And today in California, in the city of Los Angeles, there is a new slave community that exists in this city. A slavery that is unlike any we have ever seen. We have seen the mass incarceration of black men and women to provide profit for the prison corporation that is white-owned in the United States of America. Over the years, many black champions have risen from the ashes. We have people like Harriet Tubman, who have shown us that persistence and fearlessness, you can accomplish anything. We have seen champions like Nelson Mandela, who was willing to sacrifice 27 years of his adult life to champion the cause of his people in South Africa. We have seen men like Marcus Garvey, who was instrumental in uniting the black community, who shows that we can come together and pool our resources to make our community better. We have people like George Washington Carver who have shown us that with persistence and determination, we can achieve anything that we need to achieve academically, and we can even excel outside of academia. Mind you, I am not comparing Kobe Bryant with any of these legends of black history. Kobe cannot step in the boots of any of these people whom I name, where the struggle for black right and pride is concerned. But it does not mean that Kobe's death is still not the best thing to happen to the black community since emancipation. Let me make a disclaimer here. I was never a fan of Kobe Bryant. I'm a fan of no one, especially athletes. I had the opportunity to meet Kobe Bryant once. He was at Grand Park shooting an advertisement. And I refused to go over and meet him because all I saw was a basketballer. It is not until his death when I start seeing and hearing all of these stories and reviewing all of the things that he did outside of basketball, that was when I realized that Kobe Bryant was more than just a basketballer. All of these great men and women of yesterday have been a shining beacon for the black community, but they have not been providing the black community with the main ingredients that the black community wants to be successful. Courage is not lacking in our people. Persistence is not lacking in our people. Fearlessness is not lacking in our people. Sacrificial love is not lacking in our people. Although it is refreshing to see sacrificial love and fearlessness and courage and persistence, it is not what is needed to make the black community strong again. One thing I have learned about Kobe Bryant from reviewing the footage of his life is that Kobe was the ultimate student. He had an eye for recognizing the best in any field, and once he identified the talent and what is considered the best, he go about studying them and mimicking them to a T. Kobe Bryant recognized Michael Jordan was the best man to ever lace up the boots and take the basketball court. And Kobe studied Michael Jordan from the way he walks to the way he creates the plays on the court. Kobe recognized Scottie Pippen as the best defensive player in basketball history, and Kobe did the same thing as he did with Michael to Scottie Pippen. Although Kobe Bryant strove to be the greatest basketballer he can ever become, he will be known for being a great father and an impeccable husband.
Personally embrace even the more mundane aspects of fatherhood, like picking the kids up from school.
I'm really psychotic about having that family time. I'm really psychotic about having that family time. I'm really psychotic about having that family time.
This is what the black community need. Impeccable fathers and great husbands. This is what the black community need. Public example of great fathers and impeccable husbands. After Kobe Bryant retired from being a basketballer with the Lakers, we all see him going about with his children, doing things with his children and his family, and we took it for granted that he was just doing the regular thing that every black father does. It is not until after his death that we get to realize that Kobe was not just the regular average father, that Kobe had a structure, a game plan for his fatherhood, where everything was structured, from movie nights, games night, from the picking up of the kids from school was structured. Yes.
Personally embrace even the more mundane aspects of fatherhood, like picking the kids up from school.
I'm really psychotic about having that family time. I'm really psychotic about having that family time. I'm really psychotic about having that family time.
See, and this is what fatherhood is all about. We have to ask the question, who did Kobe emulate to be such a good father and such a good husband? Kobe teacher of fatherhood and husbandhood was none other than his father, Joe Bryant. Joe Bryant is the example that Kobe emulated in his fatherhood and as a husband. The stories that detail the length and the breadth that Kobe Bryant will go to meet his obligation as father and a husband is impeccable. We know that such thing exists, but we have never had an tangible example of such behavior, of such action where these are concerned. grown men like myself who are left in awe and have made commitment after they have heard these stories of Kobe Bryant's fatherhood and what he did as a husband to his wife. You understand? And if grown men are left in awe and have made commitments to do better and to try to emulate the example that Kobe Bryant have left, how much more is Kobe Bryant's action is going to impact the younger community, the children who look up to him, the children who saw him on the basketball court and fell in love with the way he do his thing, the way he played his game, his determination and the Mamba mentality. We have had many examples of courage, of fearlessness, of sacrifice, but the example of fatherhood, doing it the right way, the example of a man being a husband to his wife in such a manner, the black community did not have that. And no one have ever shared it with us. You see, slavery have disrupted the black community. A lot of things that we practiced before we came over on the ship, we were not allowed to practice because those things make us civilized. And the people who enslaved, they did not want to acknowledge our civility, because in acknowledging our civility, it will make us equal to them, and therefore they would have convicted themselves that what they were doing for centuries to the black man and the black woman was wrong. In the next 5 years, the statistic of America and around the world where black people is concerned is going to change. There are going to be less single parents home. There are going to be less single parents home in the black community. Fathers will play an even more integral role in the life of their children. And they're going to love their spouses even greater. There will be an increase in black marriages and a decrease in black divorces. We're going to see a new generation of black people that the world have never seen before, with new attitudes, new behaviors, new way of doing things, new set of morals, and a greater level of confidence. And of course, the white community is not going to sit by idle and let this happen. That young lady who brought rape charges against Kobe Bryant, who never went to testify against Kobe Bryant, is going to get new life. She's going to get the opportunity to use the media to tell her side of the story now that Kobe Bryant is dead. And he cannot defend himself, because anything positive happening in the black community must be destroyed, and the black community must be put back in their places. You see, what the white community in their demonic worship try to use to hurt the black community, the great creator Yahweh is going to use it to build a new generation of black people the world over. So what they use for evil, Yahweh is going to use for good. Until the Most High take away my will to fight, I will not stop fighting against what's evil. Until the Most High take away my strength to fight, I will not stop fighting against what's wrong. But until then, I will continue fighting against what's wrong. I hope you stay for my next and final video on this Kobe Bryant series. It will be titled Kobe Bryant, a Sacrifice, but who offered him as a sacrifice? I am out.